Good morning from the creation station. Beautiful day, but really hot outside. And it's a very special time right now in Bali. Tomorrow is Nyepi. And if you're from Bali or any of my Balinese friends, if you can, would you be able to leave a description of everything that Nyepi is here? That's not what today's video is about. I have a special video coming out for that because we actually celebrated a little bit out here today at the temple at our house. But today I want to give you guys three things. As you guys know, I'm really excited for something coming up. You guys already know on the 15th. But I want to give you guys today three things. I want to give you guys, I'm all about over delivering, give you guys a lot of value. It's super important to me. It's like one of my needs I have to have. But what I want to share with you guys is there's three things. So many of you all want to start something. You want to start sharing. You want to start sharing your life. You want to start sharing your knowledge. You want to start sharing your experiences. So these three things, I hope that will help you guys out tremendously. If you apply these today, I guarantee you, once you get over some stuff, this will be enough to kind of give you a little bit of a boost. And the first thing when you're trying to start, doesn't matter what it is you're trying to start, figure out what do you actually want to start doing. So what do you want to do? Do you want to start sharing your story of your life? Do you want to start sharing your experiences? Do you want to start sharing the lives of other people? There's plenty of people who you're just great with people and you love interviewing people, for example. Would you like to start doing that? Would you like to start just sharing your day-to-day? Sharing what you know about culture, what you know about history? Would you like sharing one of your hobbies? This is the first thing. And the second step that you really need to do is understand why. What's your reason for this? Because so many people, when you're trying to start something, and so many of you guys, this is what blows my mind, is you guys who are scheduling calls with me and I talk to you and I have the creative calls and I'm listening to you guys have so much to give. You have so much that's on your mind, so much knowledge. And I mean, I think everyone does, but you guys actually acknowledge all the knowledge that you have, but you're not sharing it. And the thing that stops so many people, and I hope this gets through to you, is what stops so many people is trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But they forget about why they're doing it, and they forget about what it is that they're actually trying to do. Because I think that is so important. And if I can give you guys a clue, and we're going to talk all about this in Project Start, it's when you make the why bigger than you, it's amazing what you can accomplish. Because all the fears go out the window. And I'm gonna give you an example right now. I'm trying to stay out of the sun. That sun is beating down pretty hard up there. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? I want you to think about you're at home. And all of a sudden I tell you there's a fire right now. You gotta get out. And you're like, okay, easy. You pick up, you probably panic a little bit, and you get out of there. Now I want you to imagine, I tell you there's a fire where you live, but on the floor above you, there's a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they're there by themselves because their mother's locked outside and they need to get out. Or better yet, what if I told you it was your kid that didn't know about the fire? Imagine how that would change everything about you. You'd be like, oh my goodness, I need to, because there's an emotional charge there. You can do more than is possible. That you hear about the mother who lifted up a car with one arm. You could do more than what's possible because most of the time we'll do more for other people than we'll do for ourselves. And if you really think about that, you realize how true that is and how scary how true that is. So if your why is not so strong for what you guys want to start doing, then of course you're not going to do it. If you want to lose 5 pounds because it looks pretty cool for your Instagram pictures, that's not a strong enough reason. Now, if you want to lose 5 pounds because if you don't, you're going to have knee replacement surgery in 3 weeks. Now that changes things. That changes things completely. Your mind even goes to a completely different way. If I were to tell you, hey, I need you to lose 40 pounds. If you watching this video, lose 40 pounds for the next 12 hours, 40 pounds in 12 hours, then I'm going to fly you to Bali. And I'm going to give you $20 million. $20 million if you can lose 40 pounds in 24 hours. I want you to think about that. I know you're thinking like, Luke, that's impossible. But if I made that big enough, that price big enough, $100 million, now you think like, wait a minute, I don't really need my right leg or my left arm. I can probably buy a new one with that much money. Because that's the power of how your brain goes when you make that reason super, super strong. So if you make it bigger than you, like if I don't do this, then all of a sudden something's going to happen to my family. Or if I don't do this, then all of a sudden something's going to happen and I won't be able to help all these people. When you can make your why that strong, that's when things really change. That's when you can somehow gather the force. You know, for me, we're gonna go and probably start about my personal reasons why and everything like this. But, you know, on days when I'm exhausted and days when I'm like, I don't know, I need to make this, but I'm really tired, I can go above and beyond because I'm like, it's not about me. The why is so much more than just me. LukeLifeCharms is more than me. I'm here because of you all. And I stay motivated because of you all. You guys who send me emails, who send me messages. So that's super important. And then the third thing I'll leave you with, I don't know if I should tell you this. I can tell you a little bit of what's going to be in there. The third thing is understanding that all those things can happen, but to understand what is the deep fear that you have. This is the third thing. What is the deep fear that you have? The reason why we do things, the reason why we don't do things, it's out of fear. The reason why you wake up in the morning and most people check their phone, it's fear. I know you're thinking like, Luke, what do you mean it's fear? It's not fear. I'm not checking my phone out of fear. Of course. Maybe you fear you're missing out on something. What's the thing? What's the word for that? FOMO. That was one of my biggest fears. You're missing out on something. Something's happened in the world and you need to know. So there's some kind of fear, like people are scared they're going to judge them or something like this. Most of you guys, or every single one of you, excuse me, or many people think this, that, oh no, someone's going to judge me. That's why I'm not doing it. I'm not putting myself out there to the world. It is a huge world. But I'm not going to put myself out there because I'm worried someone is going to judge me. And I don't want to be judged. Because judge brings up a whole bunch of stuff. We'll go over the energetics of that and you'll understand it very clearly. But what needs to be understood is, yes, people are going to judge you. But I'm going to tell you like this. I want you to look at how many people have seen this video. And I want you to think about yourself. Every single one of you are judging me right now. You're judging me right now. Like, what is this guy saying? Is this true? What's going on? No, how did he do that? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, he kind of does, maybe. There's a bunch of judgments going on. It happens all the time. With every video, you can do nothing about that. You can do nothing about the judgments. But if you let that stop you, then you never create. And there's so many of you guys who have so many amazing stories. Every time I meet someone, and I had the pleasure of being in Ubud just for a couple of days, so a lot of you guys came up to me. And one lady in particular, I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. I saw you outside the cafe. And I was just like, they're like, yeah, it's great what you're sharing and everything. And I was just like, well, what are you sharing? I was like, you look pretty interesting. You look like you have a lot of experience that you could share and pass on to people. And they're like, yeah, I do. And I just think about it for you all. You guys have been through so much in your life. You've gotten through so much. You're going through so much right now, but yet you find time to smile. So many of you guys write me, send me emails. You guys listen to the podcast every day. You guys are here. You have that desire. There's none of you here as much as you want to think it. If you've come here and watched more than 5 of my videos, and some of you guys who have been here every day showing up, I thank you guys so much. You have a desire to help people as well, or else you couldn't be around me, because I would annoy you how much I care about people. So you have that desire. So when you look at it, it's not like you're like, I don't know if it's there. It's just blocked by a lot of things. It's blocked by worrying about what other people think. And I made a video about this a while ago. I think it was for Brianna. Really inspired me to make that video talking about on YouTube the fear that I had of putting stuff out there and being approved and all these different things. But at the end of the day, it's what you tell yourself. Everything is about questions. As a fulfillment guide, helping people, helping my clients, it's about getting them to ask themselves different questions. When they ask themselves different questions, you look a different way. If your first video is like, I wonder if anyone's gonna like this video. I wonder if anyone's gonna watch this video. I wonder if people are gonna say bad things about this video. I wonder if these are focused on yourself, and they're focused in a negative way on yourself and projecting not a fear in the future, but a projected fear of the future. You're already predicting it. And if you feel any kind of feeling, I'm writing a book right now. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know it's a book that I'm just really channeling from my soul to you guys, and it'll be done soon. I'm putting that over the book that I'm already writing, the first book I'm writing, or it's actually my 4th book, but the first one that of the 2 I'm doing now. And you know, when you ask different questions, you get different answers. And one thing I'm talking about in the book right now is saying, or it's almost not even a book. It's almost gonna be like a manuscript. You guys will see. I'll talk more about it later. But when you ask different questions, you look different ways. And there's questions you ask that make you get more paranoid, bring you more fear, make your heart more heavy, get you more scared, because it makes you focus on something. Like, I wonder if people are gonna like me. That gets you to focus on other people. That gets you to focus on what they're thinking. That makes you have to analyze everyone. But if you focus on, I wonder how this is going to be a blessing for someone. Now all of a sudden, where does your focus go? Now it's like, wait a minute, that's true. My focus is going, yeah, your focus changes. Or if you say, okay, what's another question you could ask? Another question I love to tell people is think about how it's going to impact someone in a positive way. What's a piece of value that this will help someone with? Like, who needs this today? I wonder who will be the first person to use this information that I say. And changing these questions and having a new enhanced way of asking questions gives you a new way of thinking. And a beautiful way, not a perfect way, a beautiful way of thinking. So I say that, I hope you guys get started on something. This is just a little bonus throwing out there before Project Start happens on the 15th of March. It's linked in the description below. Would love to have you guys there. All of you who showed up for Project Alpha, I already told you about the special deal. Reach out to me specifically and I'll give that to you. And everyone else, I hope to see you all there. I want more people to create. I love it being me and I love doing that, but I love hearing you all stories. And you guys will tell me stories and it inspires me so much. I'm just like, who else have you told? And like, oh, I told my family and friends. I'm just like, if you told that story, that would inspire so many of you. You know, I talked to one lady, they went through this huge health crisis and they made it through and they're alive and can move and walk and do everything. And I was like, have you shared that? They're like, I don't know. I don't think it's that interesting. I'm like, you had I think it was like a 15% chance to live and you lived, and that's not worth telling. And there's something in the mind that does that, some kind of block, the fear that holds them back. So I want to help you guys do that. I want to guide you guys through that. And I'd love for you guys to join me. Project Start happening on the 15th of March. I hope you got some value from this today. It's been a a little bit of a busy day. It's nippy, as I told you guys about here in Bali. So you can see I have my sarong right here. We participated in a ceremony this morning. And I think actually they've cleaned up. But here in our yard, we have a temple. You guys don't know there's always a temple in Bali. We celebrated. That was the first ceremony today. All the different things they have. And this was it was a busy morning. Busy morning here. But yeah, more on that soon. But would love to have you guys. Would love to see you guys. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your support. Can't thank you guys enough, actually. You guys keep me so motivated, inspired. Your comments, messages, please keep them coming. And on that note, I'll speak to you guys all later. And in the meantime, everyone always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.